EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the Baltimore Ravens. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Carry for Derrick Henry. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Ball carrier.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. On the play. And it's 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
Out. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Their own 30-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Ball carrier.
These two teams, of course, the Titans and Ravens, met in the postseason a year ago. And really, along with the Titans win the previous week in Foxborough, it was one of the shockers of the postseason. The Titans a 6th seed on the road. The Ravens, they were the top seed, riding a 12-game win streak and coming off the first-round bye. But when that game was all Tennessee, they led 28-6 at one point, ultimately winning 28-12 and sending them on to the AFC title game in Kansas City.
Brought down at the 30.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got Snead. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play that time for the Ravens. 42 yards. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
The tackle made by...
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
At the Titans' 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up 4th and goal.
No move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. Jackson will keep it. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And Kyler Murray cannot get away. They drag him down to the end zone for 2 points. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Jackson, 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. Mike 2. Here we go.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up.
Watch twist. Check your hot read. Bang, 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 bang.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 7.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. He had 6 catches in the wild card win, and that's his first one here in the divisional round, and it's a first down.
20. First down, Titans.
From the gun, Murray. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Play fake. Murray looking here for Smith downfield. And this is caught inside the 5.
Murray's pass.
Give him 32 on the play.
1st and goal at the 4-yard.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Titans have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Jackson. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
He was tackled.
Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Jackson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. You often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Pick it up. Shoot. Hey, alert 3. 13.
Jackson from the shotgun, eluding the pressure right. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20 and able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Edwards.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Raven. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Oh, what a juke into space. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
That's a safety cream. Check, check. Fresh down, fresh down, fresh down.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
To J.K. Dobbins. 10 yards on the pickup. In second.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
14-yard line.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? To be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
On second and goal, Jackson, the quick slant caught. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
Justin Tucker.
And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be second and very short.
It's second and inches.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. After the penalty, it's Henry. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. 5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
On third down, Henry. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
First down, Titans.
A quick throw complete to Chark. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Out of bounds at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Here's 2nd and a yard. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
On the stop.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Henry. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 26. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And it brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
4th down.
Mike Vrabel saw him on the sideline. He didn't even hesitate. They will go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Touchdown, Tennessee.
Jonathan Taylor, 26 yards. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it. But the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride it maybe a step longer than others. That allows him to make the proper decision and have the right person end up with the ball.
And it paid off with a long touchdown run. And able to get this out to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. He's got a man complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown 75 yards. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
Tucker lining up.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Shotgun now from Murray. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
The Titans first down.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And they take a knee. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
The Titans are moving on as we say so long, everybody. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, so long, everybody. Playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at Bills Stadium here in Orchard Park. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one between the Tennessee Titans and the Buffalo Bills. The winner here gets a ticket to Tampa. The loser stays home, and we are underway in the AFC Championship game. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
First carry for Derrick Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Second and 11 at the 28-yard line.
From the gun, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle to Evans. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On play action, it's Murray. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40. Operating from the gun, Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. On third down, it's Henry. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard.
4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run. It's Henry. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Derrick Henry. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there.
Complete.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Henry. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. It's 1st and goal, a chance for the first points of this AFC title bout. They'll run here with Taylor, and this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
The 11-yard line.
Murray going to throw. Flushed out right. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Touchdown, Tennessee.
Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. So much for being intimidated on the road in the playoffs, right? That was a pretty clinical drive right there.
Yeah, they seem to come out with the attitude of, we don't deal with pressure. We create it on the other team. Just took it right down the field and stuffed it in the end zone.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
And the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, tight. Middle. 37's the mic. Mike 37. Let's go. Everyone, 37's the mic. Mike 37. Watch the screen.
On first down, Allen going deep for Diggs. It's caught at the 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 53 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
These two teams all tied after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter. with the score tied 7-7.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. This is Henry. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
He's a gain of a yard.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Here now Roberts. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
32-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. He'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. Left side caught by Diggs. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards.
9-yard line.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
The tackle made.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A pretty big play now in this AFC Championship. 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Allen. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
There's another example that playing football isn't strictly being physical. You've got to think as well. Nice job reading his keys by the linebacker and going out in the open space when they dumped it to the back. He was able to make the play and stop him short of the goal line.
And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. McCaffrey turned away on 4th and goal. And the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 2-yard line.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. From the gun, Murray. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Derrick Henry.
Tackle made there by Budda Baker.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line.
AFC title game, 2nd quarter action. 2 minutes to play. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Titans' 26-yard line.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Here's Allen. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1-yard line.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bills have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball?
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Aaron Donald able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and inches.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Now 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum big play right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. It's picked up by the Titans. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Hey, we haven't been around the entire time football's been played, but we have studied our history, and there have been some great backs who've been accused of running out of bounds.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Tennessee.
A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
For the extra point.
People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And the Titans are going to have a first and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. There's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Touchdown.
Kyler Murray, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are going to take the lead.
Extra point.
They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns third and goal into a touchdown.
At their own 33-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Throwing is Allen on third. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
They'll take over.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They keep it with Henry on first down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12. At the Bills' 20.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Operating from the gun. Murray escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 37. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Bills 14.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bills draw a bit closer. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
Makes the score Titans 24. Bills.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
28-yard line.
They'll run it again with Henry. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. Flushed out right. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's got his man on the out route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. On 3rd down, Allen. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete.
Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. From the left hash, this from 34. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills have tied the game here in the 4th. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this one likely on the short list for Game of the Year candidates. And boy, did it come in a good one here in the playoffs. All tied in the 4th with a berth to the Super Bowl on the line. Buckle up, everybody.
4 yards.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now a man open down the middle of the field and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st down, Tennessee.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Now Murray steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only 1 period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 36 yards on the play. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl. What do you got?
Well, if we go back to 2015, how about Green Bay at Seattle? And it looks like Green Bay's got this thing. Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse. That gets it done. And then go back to 2010. We think Brett Favre with the Vikings has the destiny, but they're at New Orleans. It's the Saints. And they get it done. And in overtime, go on to the Super Bowl. And they won that one. They beat the Colts, correct?
A couple of the more memorable ones for sure. To throw on 3rd down, Allen. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal. It's some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. You know, Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we can go back a little ways, can't we? Go back 2012. Giants in San Francisco. That was an overtime game. The Giants ended up going on to the Super Bowl. How about the one where the Giants went to Green Bay, Lambeau, and beat the magic of that stadium in that freezing, bitter...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown!
They're going to win it.
And let the celebration begin. In an overtime thriller, they're off to the Super Bowl. So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.
It's got to be beyond tough, because finding a way to steel yourself, make that resolve to come back and do it again, because it took a lot of work just to get to this point. It's going to be a difficult offseason for them. Let's see how they bounce back.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.